I saved it. I saved it. Oh my lord. I need to repot all these orchids. I'll move it over here. I got this mat. My mom got this for me. Super helpful and nice so I don't get dirt everywhere as much as I would. Let's get started. I think we should start on the Big Bertha, the biggest one. These are almost all of my orchids. I haven't counted how many I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 orchids. Some of you may know I make jewelry out of the blooms. Makes it look like realistic 3D. It preserves the blooms. I'll drop a link below. So I am gonna have to cut off these blooms, which is hard. It's very hard to do, but it's for the jewelry. It's for the art. So here, let me show you. This is why orchids die. Bruh. This little sponge that the nursery has them in, and it's molding. It suffocates the roots. So let's pull off all the dead ones. All these are dead, so you can get any of the roots that are not thick, all the wilted ones, these are dead. Just pull it off. It's not coming back, and you're not gonna hurt the plant. All right, she's naked now. That's all the orchid is. So I'm gonna leave them in the pots they're in. Just get fresh soil though. I got my gloves to protect my nails. Really, I usually forget to wear gloves or just don't really care, but it does ruin my nails and my rings, so I should probably be careful. So the pots just like this. Just gonna put some at the bottom there. Orchid bark is just the chunky bark so that the orchid roots can breathe. This is gonna be kind of hard with this stick. I think I got too much bark in there. There we go. And let's try to get all the roots situated in there nicely. And her sitting even. And then I'll just hold the leaves up gently and fill this bark in. This is some pretty chunky bark. A lot chunkier. I'll mix in some of the old one. The old bark in here wasn't in horrible shape. It was still looking pretty good. But I'm gonna make sure all the dead roots are out of there. Just because it's one more thing to rot in there. So just get it out of there. Just wanna cover those roots in the orchid bark. Definitely leave room for the roots to grow. I'm not trying to suffocate them. But the top is filled up pretty nicely. That was the big one. A little bit better frame. The best time to get orchids is at Walmart. And usually right after Mother's Day. That's when I ended up getting a bunch of these. Pretty much after any big women's holiday that involves flowers. Orchids are really popular. This one's really bad. It's so compacted. There's 2 layers of this sponge. Be gentle, but also these things are pretty tough at the same time. I'm gonna check the leaves of these for the bugs. Make sure there's no infestations. I'm already repotting it. This one looks pretty good. A few dead ones in there. Yay, now the roots are free. I don't know, some of these might need to be repotted sooner than later. The other 2 orchids that I have are vanilla orchids, and I will show you a picture of them. They are almost to my ceiling, one of them is. They've grown so much. They absolutely love the spot that they've been in, and I've never moved them because I'm scared. I've definitely put off this chore for a while because orchids can be intimidating. Repotting them could be intimidating, but I put it off for a long time, and I am noticing the health of them deteriorate a bit, so I really want these to keep blooming. They've already bloomed multiple times since I got them, and the more they bloom, the more jewelry I can make. So it's a win, mutually beneficial relationship here. Ooh, this one's not looking amazing. A lot of dead roots, but still quite a few healthy ones. I'm gonna just pluck these off. Good. And I'm definitely very interested in trying to keep some different flowers that bloom, like hibiscus, roses. I've had roses for a while. My bushes are not looking great outside, but it's August. We're definitely in that time of year where things are crispy here in Texas, so these blooms are really pretty. And what I do with all this old stuff, I'm just gonna throw it in my compost in the backyard. Got some stuff going outdoors. I had some really good luck with growing loofah until the local rats found them. I had so many growing. I had probably 10 on the vine growing. I only managed to get 5 mature ones off the plant. But one day I went out there to check on them. They were freaking hollow. I was so sad. I straight up ripped the plants out of the ground. But it was honestly my own fault. I needed to be more mindful and tend to my outdoor garden more. It's very hard here in Texas with it being so hot, and we have rats and mice and birds, and the dogs have caught the mice. I was like, oh, I don't really care, but they have been eating my stuff. And the dogs run out there and try to find the mice in the garden, and we have had some casualties, not gonna lie. So, we can't have that. Nice. I'm really happy I'm doing this. 4 down, 6 to go. I'm gonna try to speed through this. The last one I did, honestly, probably didn't really need to be repotted, but this one does. The other one had sphagnum moss, but there were parts that were a little too compact for my liking. This has a lot of dead, dehydrated roots, but she still has enough that are thriving. Wow, these have some really happy, healthy roots. Look, they're all poking out there. You're gonna gently tuck them into the soil. This one doesn't want to come out. Oh. Ooh. Ones that are in the sphagnum moss are definitely in better shape, but they're just so thickly compacted in the middle that the roots need to breathe. If I've said this a million times, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna focus on the task. Ta-da! Those are in pretty good shape. These have a lot of healthy roots to tuck in there. Just gonna manhandle it, but gently. You just need to like gently manhandle your orchid. I don't really know how else to describe it to you. There we go. There's not much room for any more bark, but I'm gonna dig into the bag and get some of the small pieces. I probably should have mixed this bag, shook it up before, because I realized all the big pieces are at the top. Squish it in there. But remember, they still want to breathe. They want to be able to breathe. Good, good. Off all these blooms soon. And count how many. I have a lot of orchid blooms that are already dry that I will need to make some jewelry with. This one's bad, but very crispy. Yeah, too dense. The roots couldn't breathe. There we go. It's like a thick brick. Yep. That's why the orchid die after you bring them home. But I will save you, honey. Boom. Ooh, this one looks crazy. I guess it all depends on the nursery that they're from. The nursery that they grew up in. Some use the moss and some use these sponge things. I think the sponge sucks. Oh wow, these are the longest healthy roots that I think we've seen. Or, oof, this one really needs a bigger one, but I don't have a bigger one for it at the moment. This one's big and it has really pretty coloring on this new leaf. It's kind of red. Now for the little babies. This is such a gorgeous flower and she's gonna be blooming soon. Right there. Oh, so tiny. And the baby. It's like a little shot glass. So cute. Have you ever seen videos of, what's it called? This isn't the right word, but multiply them. Basically grow them from cells. Propagating little orchids. Go look up videos of that. It's so freaking cute. How precious. I like this as a cute ceramic. I think I've also got a lot of these at HEB. HEB has good plants too. If you have an HEB close to you. I've gotten quite a few plants as gifts from HB. Oh, look at this crazy root. It's sticking up like a worm. Do you see that? The roots? That's crazy. I do want to learn more about the specific variety of orchids and the different species. I was looking at half-priced books the other day and they had some really cool orchid encyclopedias. I almost grabbed one, but I didn't. I might have to go back. Wow, this little guy has really healthy roots. I'm surprised. He's so gentle while also letting him free. Oh, ripped off a healthy root. That's the worst. It'll be okay though. Plants are more resilient than you think. Had to get that little worms that was sticking out in there. How cute. All bark in here. Need the smallest bark for the smallest orchid to get to the bottom. Wow. We did all that. We potted all those orchids. All this is gonna go out into the compost. I'll have to store this in a way that hopefully it will not mold. And now hopefully I'll have some happy orchids that are gonna give me even more blooms. This back here, this needs some help. That's my next one. All right, thank you guys for doing plant chores with me. That was quite the adventure. We'll see if I put that into one clip or two to separate them. Took a little bit longer than I expected, but thank you guys for hanging out with me and for doing plant chores. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to check out houseplantclubbin.com to check out all the jewelry that I make and houseplant stuff. Love you, bye.